One of the important topics from retail banking and wealth management subject. Also from your practical life also, daily banking. That is also very useful. So follow the video till the end. So let's start. Introduction. Loan origination. Now what do you mean by loan origination? Many of you might be thinking origination means what? Getting the documents, finding the customer. That's what our logical flow is. But that's not the answer. Loan origination refers to the process from loan application to the disbursal of the loans. Here, all the steps are included over here. Application to disbursal. Okay. So, what are the steps included then? In loan origination, origination, what will I do? I'll first find the customer. Isn't it? That is also important. Find customer. Nowadays, customers don't come to the bank. We have to go to the customer, right? Find the customer, then check the financial documents. Check financial, right? Roughly check, right? Then get the documents, means getting the documents. Then getting the form signed, forms, okay? Loan application forms signed, okay? Then after that what? After that checking the actual ratio analysis which we do. Okay, scrutiny of docs. So scrutiny. This will be the part of this. Then sanction. After sanction, legal terms and conditions, legal docs. Okay, legal docs. And then in the end we have this disbursal. But after disbursal what happens? After disbursal we have monitoring. Okay, so monitoring is not a part. Monitor. So this is not the part of loan origination. Besides this, everything is a part of loan origination. Okay, so everyone kindly note, loan origination does not only mean finding the customer and getting the documents. No, it's up to getting the documents, getting the form signed, doing the scrutiny, sanctioning the loan, and then legal documents, and then disbursal as such. Okay, there are three major phases in loan origination. So what are the three phases here? What do you mean by three phases here? All these points over here, finding the customer, checking the financials, basically means, see here, in this checking you don't do the detailed scrutiny. When you go to the customer, you first just have an overview. Okay, salary done. Then you have this 3 years ITR done. Yes, done. So this is known as the gross checking. So getting the documents, form signed. So these are all the steps. But what are the phases then? This is again asked in the exam. There are three phases basically: information acquisition, credit appraisal and sanction, and disbursement. So now what we'll have to do is we'll have to divide all these given points earlier which we discussed now. Those we'll have to segregate them or classify them into these three stages. So finding the customer, checking the gross level financials, getting the documents, form signing, okay, form signed. Up to this part, if I say, this will come in part A. Okay, this comes in part A over here. Okay, then credit appraisal and sanction. See this, scrutiny and sanction. These two parts come together under B. Okay, this is B. Scrutiny and sanction, that comes under credit appraisal and sanction. And third part is legal documents and disbursal. This comes under disbursement. Okay, so the point which we must remember always is information acquisition is a major part in any loan appraisal. Why? Because here you are doing the major work, finding the customer, checking the financials gross level, getting the documents, form signing, because getting the documents is itself a huge task in banking. customers, many a times what happens, even good customers, what do? They give you some documents. If you give them a list of 10 documents, they'll give you 6 documents, 7, 8, and then they expect the banker to, okay, only 2 documents are not given. So you can definitely sanction it. But how? When the list of 10 documents was given, all the documents were compulsory and required. That's why the list was given. But customers don't understand that. That's why getting the documents is also a difficult part. And nowadays with e-lending, there is zero documentation now, isn't it? So information acquisition is an important part. In information acquisition, what do we have? We find out 3 types of information. What are these 3 types of information? Say this. One is financial history of that customer, then present status, and a requirement of the loan. Okay. Financial history, from where do I get? I'll get this from Syllabus. Now it's very easy. Earlier I used to check everything, all the documents, all your loan documents, earlier loans which have been taken, then whether this loan has been repaid regularly or not. Nowadays nothing is required of that sort. Any customer who takes the loan is automatically getting recorded in Syllabus. So if somebody is having an NPA, that will automatically be reflected in Syllabus, right? So financial history is done. Suppose I'll classify this between these 3 parts. Remember, if somebody's financial history is good but the present status is not good, it can happen. I was in a high paying job earlier, but now I am not working. So even though my financial history is good, will the bank sanction me the loan? No, because why? My present status. So present status is also equally important. Why present status, and how do I find the present status? What that person is doing presently. Check the ITRs. Check if he or she is a salaried person. Check the form 16s. Okay. Then requirement. This is an important part. Otherwise, what happens? In loans, I have seen many times, we get both the things done, but we don't know the actual requirement of that customer. And then what happens? In the last stage, everything is done, and then the customer says, but I want the loan for this CC business, or I work for the home loan, and the customer says, I want the loan for loan against property. The whole purpose is gone. So requirement of that customer and what amount is required by that customer. Remember, there are 2 amounts always. One which you can give, okay, and second which customer can accept. These 2 are very important, okay, because what happens, if I can give a higher amount, see, your banker generally tries to force the higher amount. Why? Because loan disbursement is better. So if I can give the higher amount but customer wants lesser amount, then I must clarify it at the first stage itself, rather than going ahead at the sanctioning process and then finding it out that customer requires only 8 lakhs, whereas the capacity of that customer is 30 lakhs and I have sanctioned 30 lakhs, but customer requires only 8 lakhs. Then what's the use? These things might have happened with you also, isn't it? Have they happened with you in loans? Right? These things happen with us when we are working in banks. Okay. In any loan origination, 2 aspects are involved. One, critically appraising the credit worthiness of the customer, and second, analyzing the risk in lending. Now 2 things, where do these stages come? These stages come in part B over here. See this part B, appraisal and sanctioning. Okay. Critically appraising the credit worthiness, whether that customer is really worth the loan. Otherwise, if NPA happens, then what happens? The problem is not your money, the problem is customer's money. The money which we are using is not our money. The money which we are lending actually is some depositor's money. So I have to be more cautious when I'm using someone else's money. So critically appraising the credit worthiness of the customer, and for this again the 3 criteria which I told you. So there's financial history through Syllabus, then present status and a requirement. These three requirements are to be done at any cost in the stage 1 itself. Then stage 2 and 3 become easier. Okay. Analyzing the risk in lending. Risk in lending means what's here? Some things which we have to always check. Number 1, how is the risk in lending here? If the housing sector is going down and you are giving more home loans, then what happens? The chances are tomorrow if there is an NPA, then the house won't be sold at the cost price also. Number 1. Number 2, if the customer is in a business and the business was okay earlier, but right now if the sector of that business is going down, then you will have to see whether this customer will be able to repay the loan or not, right? So that's why analyzing the risk in lending. Before going ahead, everyone download Adda 24/7 app. In this app you will be getting premium study material, live classes, ebooks, tests, everything. Okay, whatever is required for JAIIB and CIB clearance, you will definitely get it over here. Now we'll focus on home loan. Why? Because home loan is one of the major segments in retail banking subject also, and in your banking also, isn't it? It is the most secure type of loan, most. Okay. For appraising a home loan proposal, the appraisal will include the following. So while appraising a home loan, what do I include? Okay. Whether the borrower is eligible as per the bank scheme, considering his or her age, income level, length of service, in case of salaried persons, area or locality where the house is to be constructed, and negative list. These all the criteria which we have to follow always. Okay, I'll explain you one by one. Okay, whether the borrower is eligible as per the bank scheme, means eligible. How do I check the eligibility? If that borrower is of the age of 55 and at 58 he might be retiring, he or she. Okay, he or she might be retiring. So if the customer is retiring at 58 and you are giving the loan at around 54, 55, then only 4 years are remaining. After 4 years, how will that customer repay? In that case, we have to find a joint borrower in that case. Okay, so his son, daughter, anyone. Okay, we can take them as a joint borrower. Then income level, right? In age, then income level, whether the income is okay. Always remember, not more than 50% of anybody's salary can be deducted under EMI. Okay. Length of the service in case of salaried person, right? Area or locality where the house is constructed. Now these 2 points are very important. Area or locality where the house is constructed, and negative list. Always remember, there are certain areas which every bank tries to avoid. Every bank will have their own areas based on the experiences. Okay, so in that case, bank will try to avoid those areas. So when the bank is trying to avoid those areas, that becomes a negative list. So that's why area or locality where the house is constructed is to be checked. Number 2, where the person is staying, that is also to be checked. So that may also come under negative list. Okay. Risk acceptance criteria of the bank means what? Means what is the risk? How much risk can the bank accept? Amount of loan that can be granted based on the period of repayment, income level, amount of installment, value of the property, and loan to value ratio. So amount of loan which the bank can sanction will always depend on these 3 to 4 factors. Okay, period of repayment, income level of that person, amount of installment. Okay, what is the amount of installment which is occurring to that loan, and as per the income level how much the customer can repay. Okay, then value of the property, what is the value of the property and how much is the loan to value ratio. Now look at this loan to value ratio, remember. Okay, LTV ratio means how much loan I am giving against the valuation of that property. Okay, so what does it mean? This is a separate criteria. This criteria means that suppose if I am giving a loan of up to 30 lakhs, I can give the loan up to 90% of the value of that house. Suppose if that house is, let's say, 30 lakhs, I can give up to 27 lakhs. But this criteria is only for loans up to 30 lakhs. From 30 to 75, it is 85%. So if I'm having the house of 60 lakhs, I can give 85% of 60 lakhs. Depending on the financials also. It's not that house value is 60, so I'll give 85. Depending on the financials of that person. And last one, if the loan amount is greater than 75 lakhs, then I can't give beyond 75%. If I'm buying a house of 1 crore, then 25 lakhs need to be brought by me. Only bank will give me 75 lakhs. Okay, that is also depending on the financials. Okay, before going ahead, subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel, you will be getting all the latest updates on JAIIB and CIB number 1 and number 2. All the free YouTube series you will be getting free. Okay, free YouTube series means basically what are you seeing right now? This loan appraisal process. This is basically a free YouTube series. So similarly for all the subjects you will be getting it. Okay, so that's why subscribe to it and click on the bell icon. Now let's come to the question time. Okay, the process from the time the customer enters the bank with the request for the loan till the time loan is fully disbursed is known as loan solicitation, loan origination, loan process, loan sanction cum disbursement. So what is this known as? Just now we saw it, right? It was called as everyone. Let me see. Solicitation process. Okay, I'll give you the hint. A is out and sanction cum disbursement. Okay, this can be the point. So B, C, D. Okay, so customer enters the bank. Now you can shift this question. Customer enters the bank. This is not the scene right now, isn't it? Customer doesn't enter the bank now. The banker enters the home of that customer for the loan, right? Because we are in that stage now, where the banker approaches the customer for the loan till the loan is disbursed is known as what? It is known as everyone. Yes, it is loan origination. Correct? It's loan origination. Which of the following are the major phases of loan origination? Okay, let's see. Information acquisition, credit appraisal and sanction, and disbursement, and last one is recovery. So which are the important phases? Information acquisition, credit appraisal and sanction, disbursement and recovery. So A to D all, A, C and D, B, C and D, A, B and C. So what is the answer? Everyone? Yes? How many of you are answering? Yeah, see here I am seeing many answers. Many of them have answered D. A, B and C. Means information acquisition, credit appraisal and sanction and disbursement. D is not the part. Recovery is not the part of loan origination. Got it? Which of the following documents are obtained for considering home loan? Now see here the point over which is asked is which of the following are documents means what? It's not limited to this. Okay, let's look at the documents first. Copy of approved plan, search report from bank's advocate, no objection under ULC regulation, and all of the above. Now these are the documents required, but do we mean to say only these are required? What about financial documents? What about financial? Okay, their financial documents are separate. Then security. There are three types of documents mainly, right? Financial, then security, and third one is legal, right? These are the three types of documents. In financial, what do we come? What it comes? We get all that financial details of that customer. Means financial details in the sense it means that whether it's salaried, if it's a businessman, then this ITR, then civil scores, everything comes under over here. Security. Security means if I'm giving the loan for the home, I need to check the documents of that home, whether the title is clear or not, or if there is any encumbrance of somebody, right? Security. So this is security. And legal means what? DPN, promissory note, loan of continuing security, agreement, all these are legal documents. So when the question says that A, B, C or D, it doesn't mean only these. There are other documents as well. The question is out of these what is required? Copy of approved plan is required, yes. Search report required, yes. NOC in case of ULC, urban land ceiling we call it. Urban land ceiling means what? This is a separate ceiling given by the government. Okay, means there are details of this. You don't go into those details. Okay, as a banker we are not required. Only we need to understand that there is some NOC from ULC Regulation Act. Okay, so A, B and C. So the answer is what? Answer is D, isn't it? It is D, all of the above. So all these documents are required. Even few documents are not mentioned over here. That is valuation report. Where is the valuation report mentioned? Okay, that's why I said it's not limited to these. Valuation report is an important part. Then property document, property card we call it. In some banks, some areas in fact, there is something called as property card. All the areas don't have property card. Okay, in India some areas do have property card. So that is also, if this property lies in some military area, cantonment area, then NOC from that cantonment. That's what I said. Depends on case to case. Okay, but out of these ABC, what is required? So all are required, isn't it? For housing loan, non-encumbrance certificate from bank advocate is required for how many years? Means this we call it other name as search report. Search report, search and title they call it. Search and title they call it this name. Okay, title report. So this is required for how many years? 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, 17 years. It is required for everyone. It is right. It is 13 years. 13, 1, 3. But many of the advocates give it for 30 years, 30 years. Okay. Many advocates give this for 30 years. But as per the RBI norms, we require only for 13 years. Okay. Now let me come to the batches. These batches have just now started. Exams are in May, just 1 month now. So immediately join the batches. Okay, 80% discount is going on. Double validity on Mahapacks. All the 4 subjects are being covered. So immediately join the batches, because we are covering all the numericals, case studies, objective questions, everything. Okay, how to join? And 80% off is going on. Use the code Y432. Okay, everyone like the video please. Yes, everyone, those who are watching, kindly like the video immediately. Okay, click on the bell icon. Okay, this is basically required so that the video moves to many others as such. Okay, so let's come back. How to use this code Y432? Let's go to Adda 24/7. Let me show you. Okay, see this, go to Adda 24/7. If you are having the app, go through the app. In the app you will be getting 1% extra using the coins. Okay, so go to Adda 24/7, click on first JAIIB and CIB. You'll see this. See this. Click on JAIIB 23. Now you'll see the batches. Click on this English batch. Okay, clicked. Once clicked over here, now look at this. You'll get the details of the batch. Okay, all the details. Then details means what? What are the dates? What are the timings? What is the study plan? Everything you'll get it over here. And then look at the fees part. 4399. Click on more offers. Put the code Y432. Y432. Click on apply. Now look at this. 80% off is going on. Okay. So 19999 reduces to 3999.80. Okay. Such a huge discount you are getting. So go for it right now. In fact, you can go for Mahapacks. In Mahapacks, there are 15 plus batches per subject. Okay, 15 plus batches per subject. So look at this, JAIIB CIB Mahapack. Click on JAIIB ka Mahapack or JAIIB CIB ka Mahapack. I would suggest click on JAIIB CIB Mahapack, because why? Once you click on this, look at this. Okay, JAIIB CIB Mahapack. The validity is 24 months. So if you clear this JAIIB in May only, remaining 22 months you are getting this Mahapack for CIB. So it's a huge time you are getting. Go for this only, I would suggest. Okay, you'll see this 15 plus batches for JAIIB and CIB both. Okay, then over here. Okay, case study batches separately. Everything you are getting, you can read this. Okay, What all features are there? See this in this Mahapack: live classes, mock tests, video lectures, revision batches, ebooks, everything. You look at it, everything is yes. Okay, so you can go for it right now. And look at the fees part. It is 11,879, 78% off. Don't settle for 78%. Just click on Y432. Put the code Y432. Now click on apply. Look at this. It is 80% off. If you are in the app, you will be getting coins also 81. Okay, so it becomes 10,799, and that also for 24 months. Such a huge discount. 24 months, 10,799 divided by monthly and divided by number of batches. You'll see what rate you are getting per batch. Roughly 25 paise, 30 paise, roughly, isn't it? So go for it right now. Okay. So that's why I'll be back tomorrow with another series. Till then, goodbye and keep studying importantly. And second point is join the classes. Why? Because it's just exam is just 1 month ahead now. Okay. Bye from my side.